Today on the channel, we're going to check out NECA's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th Anniversary Leatherface. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Hansel, and we are in spooky season, and that is what we are doing all spooky season long, unboxing horror figures or figurines. And this one right here is the creme de la creme of horror films. This is Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974 Tobe Hooper film. My favorite horror movie of all time, and I know there's a lot of people out there that rank it number one on their horror film rankings. But let's get into this. This is from NECA, and on this front you get the alternate poster art right there, and it says you got your 50th anniversary Texas Chainsaw Massacre logo there. And it says, who will survive and what will be left of them? Got the picture of Leatherface there carrying his chainsaw. And it says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right there. Very nice. Top Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Looky there. On that side, we get one picture of our action figure, Texas Chainsaw Massacre NECA there. On this side is different picture, and it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre NECA there. Warning, copyrights, labels, barcodes, and we do have the makers of this action figure right there, the producers. We do have the warning up top, 17 years of age and up, and warning for choking hazards right there. And on the back, we get different ways we can pose our action figure. This is always handy if you can't figure out how to get the saw in his hand. And here's the fun part. We get to open this up like all our NECA Ultimate figures. There you go. Check it out. We get a full photo of the action figure holding the saw. And then we actually get to see the action figure in that awesome window box. I love how NECA does that. All right, that's it with the packaging. So we will take him out of the bottom. That's right, the bottom. Try to pry that up so I don't rip my packaging, which I have also done that. All right, we'll grab hold of Leatherface here, pull him out. Here we go, empty box right there. Get rid of that. And here is Leatherface in his plastic coffin. How about that? With the tray. We will take him from the tray. And look at that. That's a nice scene. Hot Texas afternoon looks like right there. Or pre-dawn. Looks good. All right. That's good for some photo shoots there. Now we'll look at Leatherface in his plastic coffin. Looky there. That looks nice. Oh boy. Now we are going to go through his accessories first. They come with these accessory caps or NECA figures, and that holds in your accessories so they don't come out of their spot in the box, because if you're an in-box collector, that would be awful. Slide that over there. Okay, so the first thing we have is a big meat cleaver. Haha, that is awesome. Big meat cleaver. It does have some molding lines there on the handle. Very good. No blood on this one, and it looks kind of new. I wish they would have made it look a little bit tattered, but you know, they did. They were cannibals, so I think they're eating their meat, so they want to keep germs off of there. Next, we're going to get this bone knife. I believe it is a bone-handled knife, and that is a highly detailed handle right there. We will get close-up pictures of that, but that's pretty nice. But it looks like it could break really easy, so when you're putting this in Leatherface's hand, be careful, because I bet that will snap easily. But it looks really good, really detailed. Next, we're going to get, I don't know, looks like a 5-pound sledge right here. Looks good. It does have wood grain on the handle, so that's awesome. It's got the pointy side and the flat side there. And that is it out of that spot. So we'll come up here, and here we have a plate of meat. Now this looks disgusting. Looks like smoked sausage and grits or something, and hot dogs. Boy, it's making me hungry. I haven't eaten in 4 days, 4 whole days, and I am starving to death right now. All right. Next, we are going to pull another accessory cap off. Very good. And we have extra hands, and they both are gripping hands to hold our various objects or chainsaw, and they're pretty tight grip, but they are pretty flexible. I mean, they're not flexible, but you can definitely feel the give on there. When you go to prying on these, you may want to heat them up, and it'll make it more pliable and less likely to snap. Definitely don't want to snap your action figures. All right, next, I'm going to leave that chainsaw for last. I'm going to cut out this armadillo. Now, this armadillo in this package looks pretty big. Now, I have only seen a dead armadillo, and I don't remember them looking that big. Perhaps they are. Tell me, anybody out there out west that sees these armadillos, or down south, do they have armadillos down south? I don't think so. Maybe they do. Is that 1/12 scale armadillo or not? All right, next we get the chainsaw. Look at that. Green, silver blade, and I do think this is the same exact chainsaw that came with our retro style cloth good Leatherface, which I will get down. He is up on my shelf back there behind me. We'll get him down and we'll check this out. Now, that one up there came apart, and I'm not sure if this is going to do the same thing. I had a lot of trouble with that saw. I really had to heat it up to get these parts off, but it looks like these hands may be able to, without taking these guards and the handle off, it looks like you may be able to put it in his hands without taking it apart. That's it. That's our, oh, nope, one more. We do have his jacket. So apparently we can take off one jacket and put on another where it looks like he's spinning around and holding that chainsaw up over his head like he did at the end of the movie. I think that's what that's going to replicate. It does have that little bit of a swoop right there on one of his sides of his jacket. All right, let's go ahead, turn him over, and cut him out. Leatherface. So what about you? Do you like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Is it one of your favorite movies? It is mine. It's probably my favorite horror movie. As I sit here today, I absolutely love it. My dad liked it. He showed it to me when I don't know, 12 or 13 years old, and I was hooked on it. I really thought it was a true story, too, for a long time, because it tells you at the beginning this is based on a true story. And what a thing to say to promote a movie. Just tell people it's true. I mean, nobody said that you had to tell the truth during a commercial or a trailer. So they did a good job. They went out on a limb, and they did it. They went for it, and it worked. All right. I am ready to pull him up, so I'm going to grab Leatherface by his toe, pull him up, and Leatherface has been resurrected. There he is, empty coffin there. Oh, man, this looks good. Big, beefy figure right here. A lot of weight to him. Let's check out the articulation on it. Head looks down pretty good, not up so much. It will go left to right slightly. Will go all the way around. Let's see. It is removable. So if you wanted to try a different head on this guy, you could. He has shoulders that go all the way around. They'll go all the way around if you want. Single jointed elbow. It does pivot at the elbow, so you can give it the Nolan Ryan fastball. He has wrists that go way down and way back up. You need real flexibility on them wrists to get this chainsaw in his hand. Ab crunch, I can't tell. There is a hula hoop waist for sure. I want to say there is an ab crunch in there. As I'm pressing on that, I kind of feel a little give there. So I think there is an ab crunch. We got, look at the splits. High leg air. He's got a single jointed knee, a little stiff. Want to be careful with these. It does give you a 90-degree angle. We get ankle articulation, not a lot. It will go back and forth. He does stand really good. So that's about it on articulation. Let's take a look at this guy, man. He looks creepy. Looks really good. The face, you can see he couldn't get it around his, he couldn't get that leather, that face. He cut a lady's face off, and he couldn't get it around. He was too fat on the chin to get that connected right there, just like in the movie. Got the tie on the suit. He does have a bracelet on his left hand, nothing on his right. You can see the suit is a little bit too small on him, too short. His pants, look at there, his zippers even unzipped just like in the movie. He's going to let the horse is going to get out of the barn right there. And he does have the, where he got cut in the movie. So this must be right at the end of the movie, because he drops the chainsaw when that truck driver throws that 5-pound hammer at his head, and punk, hits him in the head. He falls down and drops his chainsaw on his own leg, and that cuts him. So that's how he got that. But man, this looks good. Front and back. You get the texture on the pants and the jacket. Looks good. Outstanding. Tie's way too short. The old dirty undershirt under it. Man, it looks good. I really like this. He's got the boots on. Shoo-wee. All right. Now, he does have open hands, hand-shaking hands here out of the box. So you're going to have to put his other hands on to get this chainsaw in his hand. Now, we probably could, right now, hold this plate of food. You can either set it in his hand like that if you wanted, or maybe, yeah, there you go. Stick that thumb on top there so it holds that plate of food better. All right, so let's pop these hands off. Well, before we do that, let's see how hard it is to take this jacket off. And then we'll put that other one on. So it feels super tight. Like, I would never know that this thing could come off unless it came with this other one. So this is really, only difference is it's the opposite one that's, so you could probably put, I don't know, why do they give you two? Maybe to put the chainsaw in the other hand, maybe? I don't know. Because, I mean, they're just kind of mirror opposite jackets right here. As I got it in my hand, I can't even figure out which one I think this is the one I need to put on. I think that's the one I just took off. They look so similar, you can't hardly tell. All right, let's pop these arms back on. How hard is this going to be? That one went on pretty good. That one went on good too. All right, we will take the hands off now. And this bracelet is removable, so be careful with that. You don't want to lose that. So we'll slide that back on his stump here. We'll grab his accessory holding hands. There we go. Got those on. Now, let's try him with a cleaver in this hand. Now, this is where you really want to be careful. Do not break these accessories. So we got the cleaver in that hand. We'll put the hammer in this hand. I think the hammer looks a little small. What do you say? I mean, if that's that's even smaller than a 2-pound hammer, in my eyes. I mean, that's a teeny tiny hammer there. So I wish they would have upscaled this hammer, because that doesn't look good at all in his hand. And I know the hammer he's hitting these people with is way bigger than that. It's not quite a sledge, but that is teeny tiny. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the hammer. We'll get that out of here. Let's try the little knife. Now this, like I said, is where you really want to be careful. There we go. Got that knife in his hand, got the cleaver in his hand. We saw how we can fit the plate of food in his hand. We get the armadillo here. Now it is time for the chainsaw. Let's see. Yeah, these hands are pretty pliable. Pretty happy with these hands right here. So there's one right in his hand. So at the end of the movie, he's holding that chainsaw and whipping it around. Now he's slinging that chainsaw above his head, and I guess that's about the best you're going to get right there for slinging around the chainsaw. Because this one, you can get it, but it's not going to go way up over his head. I don't think. Maybe it will, but let's see if we can get this in his hand. Yeah, there you go. Got the chainsaw in his hand. Look at that. Looks really good in his hand too, huh? Look at that. I like it. Is it the figure of the year so far? I was really thinking it was. Now the accessories let me down a little bit. Especially that hammer being so small. But man, he looks so good. You can see his eyes in there. You can see his teeth back in there. Oh, frightening, really. Frightening. Yeah. I think it is. I would say it is probably up for a figure of the year. Definitely not accessories of the year. But as far as just a figure, I think it is. It has to be. Right there with the Vincent Price NECA Ultimate Vincent Price that we unboxed. All right, let's get down this other Leatherface. Now, this one is also by NECA, but it is the Cloth Goods Leatherface. And looking at the two, the Ultimate is much better, looks much better. But, you know, this retro one doesn't look bad, but it's nothing compared to this one. Now, the chainsaws are indeed different. This one is a lot bigger bar on it, thicker bar. This one looks more realistic on this NECA Ultimate. Totally different figures, totally different face sculpts. You could probably swap the two face sculpt or head sculpts if you wanted, I imagine. But this one is definitely superior. But, man, I love them Cloth Goods on there. Let's go ahead and get down that Mego Leatherface. Now, this Mego Leatherface is kind of off of the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, he does look good, though. Looks really good next to the others. And I really like it, man. These action figures have come a long way. We are living in a time where it is great to be an action figure collector, horror figures especially. I love it. Hey, listen to that episode of the Never Not Horror podcast where we do a deep dive into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 film. We had a great time with it, and it was only our it was our third episode ever, I do believe, on the podcast. But check that out. You can learn a little bit about the movie and the production, and we do a complete walkthrough of the film as well. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. For NECA, Leatherface, Armadillos, 50th anniversary. Till next time. Oh, yeah.